Club Italy, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. The webinar. This meeting is being live streamed. Do you consent to being live? Got it. Okay. So we will go live. Hello to everyone. Happy Friday, first of all. Happy Thanksgiving. I know it was yesterday and a lot of you were celebrating. So I'm happy that we have this context to say happy Thanksgiving. I'm really happy as well to have with me today two important guests. First of all, I am Bianca Tudor, the founder of Elite Business Women Club International. As you know, we have an international business club. In the last 7 years, we built a network of more than 10,000 companies in Europe, the Gulf countries, Russia. And since yesterday, we put our little feet on Africa. So I'm really happy about that as well. If you don't know about us, go on ebw.business and you will see more about what we are doing. Today we go live because we want you to give to know some updates regarding Dubai Roundtable. I will introduce the guest I have today. First of all, I'm really honored to have with me as a business partner and as a friend Arjit Bhattacharya. He's an investor, a serial entrepreneur. He's doing a lot of things. He has a lot of companies. I don't know how do you do it. You have to tell me what are you drinking to do everything. Hi, Arjit.
Hi, Bianca. Good to be here.
Thank you for joining me. And as well, we have Leah Topan. She's an incredible business lady with an incredible career. She came back from LA, I don't know when, but I will never leave LA for you to live. I'm sorry, this is what I think. So welcome, Leah.
Thank you very much.
I can see your American accent already.
Well,
yeah. Okay. So Leah is one of our applicants for Dubai Roundtable. You will see why we brought her in the live today. So we will be live with you for at least 20 minutes. The agenda for today is like that. I will give a little bit of update regarding the Dubai Roundtable. I will use at the maximum potential this guy Arjit because I want him to tell you how to build a business plan and what an investor is looking when you are pitching for funding. And then we will have this amazing, beautiful lady, Leah. She will tell us how did she apply for Dubai Roundtable. And the good news is that she is on the list to go to Dubai. So yeah, it's already happening. A lot of things are happening. Okay, so why did we start the Dubai Roundtable? We have a lot of companies in our ecosystems, and I'm referring to the World Leader Summit, which is founded by Arjit Bhattacharya and the Elite Business Club as well. A lot of companies are looking to grow the company or to start a company, and as you know, we need funds, we need financial resources. One of the options is funding with private investors. So we said that our aim is to bring a certified, authentic, professional network of investors in our ecosystems, the World Leader Summit and the Elite Business Club, and to put them at the same table with amazing companies which can be as startups, so they are looking to start a company, or scale-ups in the, let's say, in the phase in which they are really committed to grow their companies to scale up in other markets with what they are doing. So the Dubai Roundtable aims to bring together investors and companies. Okay. We started this Dubai Roundtable, let's say, event in, when did we start it, Arjit? At the end of October, maybe?
At the end of October, yes.
Okay. So the aim is to bring in Dubai 20 companies, and we have 5 investors committed to come. The investors are from India. Arjit will travel from India, are from Europe, the UAE. Am I saying this right?
Yep.
Okay. And we have as well confirmed a lady from Dubai. She just joined us a couple of days ago. So we'll have the 5 investors and we have 20 companies. You will pitch to the investors and we will be there for you to help you in this process. Some updates. Since we started, we had a lot of calls with a lot of companies. What it is important is that some of them are in the scale-up phase, which is really beautiful to see that companies are thriving and they are growing. we have a lot of beautiful startups who are applying, and I'm really happy to see amazing innovators among us. The challenge was for the companies to have a proper business plan, and this is why me and Arjit, we were really working hard for this phase of the process. And at this stage, we are still working with the companies to build a business plan and to build a proper pitch deck for the live event. And the news is that we will still receive subscribers for Dubai Roundtable and the live event. Ole, now you have to be really careful about this information. The live event will be in January the 16th to the 18th. So it's a good news. We will start 2022 with a great event, and the investors will be there to help you with funds for your company. What I want now to go to is the second, let's say, bullet point on the agenda regarding the business plan. So we are still receiving application. If you are a startup or scale up, you can apply. You have to apply with a business plan. Now, Arjit, because you are here and I want to use your knowledge and expertise, please let us know what structure should the business plan have in this phase.
Sure. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to probably use my PowerPoint presentation, which is very specific, which I use for the basic training for the mentees of mine in multiple different incubators where I'm there as an advisor or as a mentor. Probably this will help many of you to understand how to go for a pitch deck. It's not a rocket science, and people are building it. Come on, people are raising funds utilizing pitch deck. So you don't need to fear a lot.
Because you were not with them at the beginning. Like, I don't know how to do a business plan. What should I write? Should I do the 20 pages business plan or the 40 pages business plan? So, okay, enlighten us, please.
Yeah. So for an example, if Bianca is saying that should she write a 20-pager business plan, first and foremost thing that nobody is going to read 20-pager. So you need a minimum to maximum 10-pager to 12-pager as a business plan. So you're not creating a pitch deck, you're creating your entire business plan. There's a difference between a pitch deck and a business plan. There is a huge difference between raising funds and just go and talk to investors in a business plan competition. So if you are winning a game of business plan competitions, that's a different kind of business, just to win business plan competition, earn some money and then be happy. But if you are willing to create a business and then raising fund, the right kind of time for anybody to raise fund is when you have an MVP, when you have a structure, when you have a team, not employees. I will give you the difference between employee and team later on in my presentation. Then that's the right time. And if you feel that you can grow alone, maybe you can grow alone in next 5 years, whatever you are trying to achieve. Then if you get an investor on your board and that enables you, catalyzes you to grow within next 1 year, that's the right time. So the company that you are probably thinking that you will be getting funding always happens in a win-win situation. Investors want to multiply their money. Please understand this. They are not doing charity. Neither you are doing charity, right? So when you want to multiply it and the investor feels that it's a win-win situation for both, they usually go for a yes. And that's how the whole entire investor world works in a very easiest way. If I can't teach you just like a 11-year-old kid, then there is no point of talking all those kind of financial jargons, right? Okay, so I'm going to share you my screen. Probably I'm going to bore you. It's a metaphor, of course. This is basically I call as beginning of re-engineered entrepreneurship. When you are an entrepreneur, you need to understand the role of an engineer. Engineer means who is solving the real life problem. I don't care whether you're coming from engineering background or you're coming from an arts background. You have to think like a logical person who is solving a real life issue. That can be anything. It can be ice cream. I don't care. Okay. So I'll give you a small bit of understanding how investment world works and how I'm pretty bit of connected. So I traveled around 40 plus odd countries in my lifetime till date as of now yet. Being an Indian, traveling to various different countries, understand their culture and then invest in the business and grow businesses. That has been my, you can say, passion for the last 23 years. Of course, creating multiple different companies, which I'll be touching upon. So I am founder of Virtual Infocom, which is a 23 years old deep tech, game development, virtual reality, augmented reality, AI, and hardware patent manufacturing company based out of India. We started, then we expanded into multiple different countries, including South Korea, Middle East, Australia, and of course in our sweet US. So I'm founder of Co-Innovate Ventures, which is an accelerator and angel syndicate fund, and we are, of course, a sizable fund to invest in the startups, which actually happened in few bit of months' time. And I'm, of course, founder of World Leader Summit, wherein we are partnered with elite businesswoman. And Bianca is a great friend who is thinking that probably this brown-skinned guy can do something awesome with a white-skinned woman together. And yes, I'm happy to be in a group of women where two are women. I'm feeling alone, honestly speaking. So probably next time we can have more men. So guys, don't think that this is more of women's platform to raise funds. This is basically a platform to raise funds for every one of you, right?
Yes,
So this
very
is a
good
combination
point.
of women and men both.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So we are two ecosystems, men and women. Diversity is the, let's say, the red flag we are aiming to bring to Dubai. Men and women at the same table. Business is not about gender. Okay, good point.
Yeah. So when we are talking about raising funds and when we are talking about Dubai Investor Summit, we are talking more of about without any kind of gender. We are talking about business, and business doesn't look at any kind of he or she. It looks about only one thing, numbers. I'm going to go for this number game now. So the number game is first, you need to understand, do you have a customer? If you don't have a customer and you're talking about making business, I guess you're doing something wrong. Your customer can be a non-paid customer, can be someone who is giving you the exact kind of feedback which you want. And sometimes in your life, you will see, which I have seen, which maybe a lot of you have seen, your customers are the best person to give you feedback about your product or your solution. So first and foremost thing that you need to understand before you pitching to any kind of investor, do you have a customer? If yes, then who is your first customer? You just can't say that from the Google data, we can see there is a 63 million number of consumers which is there in the world, and we are going to grab 10% of them. It cannot happen. Okay, be specific. Are you a local entrepreneur? Do you want to expand your venture within your country? Fair deal, cool. Do you have a real life data? Do you have probably 10K of potential customers with a definite age group, with location, with taste and preference? Please be specific about your customer. Customer gives you money. Money means number. Okay. So sometimes they become your co-developers. And if you have that, put that in your pitch deck. I'm going to share now your to-do list. First and foremost thing, in any slide deck, try to put, if you are solving a problem, it can be a simplest problem like I don't have Raspberry Pi ice cream and I really want people to eat that, enjoy that. But do you feel there is a market? Then yes. No. If no, can you create that market? Sometimes we feel that there is no consumer, there is no taker. So maybe this is not my good business idea. Maybe you're wrong. If you have an amazing idea which is not there in the market, there is no taker, then yes, you will get a first mover's advantage. Uber didn't exist few years back. Now they are a unicorn. Why? That's the simplest idea. As a normal user, you need to ride. You don't have a car, you can hire it, share it, go from point A to point B. Simple idea, mind-blowing, raise fund, now they're unicorn. So don't think that if something doesn't exist, cannot have a market. You create market out of it. So I really love Steve Jobs, honestly speaking. So if you ask me, he is probably my guru and I really follow him. So probably you can think of creating something which is not there in the market, but there is a demand that you can create. If yes, if you can create that, do you have the roadmap? Then yes. If yes, if you can create the roadmap, how much money that you are looking for? I'll skip to the next point. Do you have a great team? I will use some kind of metaphor into this. Your employees are not your team. Employees are there with you because of money that you are paying on a monthly basis, sometimes maybe on a daily wage. They will leave you if they get a better option and opportunity. But your team is there with you without the expectation of huge number of return or money that is there on the table. They are with you with the same similar kind of vision because they believe in you and your idea and your strength. They becomes the integral part of your organization, maybe as a stakeholder. That's the best option. Usually I prefer more than one person company as a potential invested list into this. Someone who is technical, someone is non-technical, taking care of management, someone who is taking care of your marketing, someone who is taking care of your mental health. These are the things that we usually look for in any great team to invest in, so that in future we don't need to look beyond that team to hire some talent, bring that into the pool of that company, and then probably some amount of time is lost. So if you have those kind of teammates in the team, great. I mean, that's your time to probably pitch in front of the investors. And for our tips, when you're trying to pitch, try to pitch as a team. Don't put someone as a keynote speaker, just like a a conference speaking slot, and others are just encouraging you. No, if you have more than one people team, try to segregate your pitch with 2 to 3 team members. So if all of them are pitching, it looks great, like one person finish and then the second person starts. Usually the pitch time happens with 7 minutes. Define it with 3 minutes each and then save 1 minute. It gives an amazing impact in front of the investors. Okay. Decide how will you fund your business. If you have customer, if you have attraction, if you have number of users, it interests any kind of investor. That is your key point, one of the most and vital and important. If you ask me the percentage, this goes on for approximate 40%, and team calls for approximate, again, 35 to 40%. Rest of the 20% is divided into these kind of understanding, creating a relationship with your customer, understand the PR, how you can do that. Please, 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 please be flexible. Don't be rigid when you're raising fund. Flexible means if you are very, very, defined in your brain that you need probably $5 million from an investor, and someone is committing, okay, fine, I am ready to give $2 million. And maybe later on in stages, I'm going to give you the $5 million. Please be flexible on that. Create your entire financial structure. It's an art. It's not rocket science. It's basically, it needs expertise, of course, to define your funding needs into stages. That gives a flexibility for fundraising, for growing that company. Maybe later on we can touch more on that, because Bianca is with her gun and smile both, because she gave me approximate 15 minutes. I have to finish up. So stay hungry as always, and of course take your own time. It takes time to raise capital. I'm going to touch upon a little bit of understanding. I'll hop into the recommended slide deck instead of talking about something else. So I'll touch upon recommended slide deck, and then I'm going to touch upon a little bit about your valuation method and how valuation works. Okay. I'll highly recommend to go with 10 to 12 sliders, not 20 to 50 sliders as a PPT. Use less amount of graphics, talk about ground reality, numbers, and data, which is your own data. Please kindly don't take a data from internet. We all are smart people. We have been through all these kind of process earlier. Okay, so first thing that you can actually put upon in your first slider, summary and the call to action. What do you want? Second, are you solving any problem? Is there a problem in the market? Then please talk a little bit about the problem that is there in the market. In your second slide, in the third slide, say that how you're going to solve it. It's not that who else is solving it. Okay, it's cool to say I can't solve 100% of it, but I can solve 80% of it. With money, I can solve 85% of it. We understand everything. We understand that how business works, and let's not fluctuate a lot. Let's talk real-time numbers. That's what we need. Okay. Then we need a business model. What is your business model? What exactly you do? What is your USP? Do you have an underlying magic? Do you have a technology which is solving, which others don't have? Here, you really need to be unique. Okay, it can happen. Like, I'll give you a live example. There used to be a organization, or rather I should say, there is an organization based out of Turkey, which very recently we have funded that with 250K USD from our investor network in Co-Innovate Ventures. They had a normal usual gaming company. Now, why we invested into that company? We uplifted their entire structure into blockchain with a hardware-centric device module, which can enable users to go for the traditional way of playing games plus going for the mobile version, both. So it becomes a win-win situation, becomes a USP for the market in the hyper-casual gaming segment. People became interested and the funding happened. Just to give you a normal live example. Sixth most vital point, marketing and sales. Are you doing it? If yes, what's your strategy? If you're not doing it, do you have a strategy for your marketing? Please define marketing and sales differently. Don't mix this up. Marketing is different, sales are different. If you have a marketing strategy, put it on point-wise. Now, if you feel you have a sales strategy, let's do it point-wise. Usually, we prefer at max 4 to 5 bullet points on your strategy. You really don't need to define everything in your PPT. There is a time, because when you are using this PPT in front of the investors, you can actually explain it on the spot. And that's the sweetest thing that you can do. Now, do you have a competition? If yes, that's great. If not, you are first mover. That's also amazing, awesome. And probably you can talk more about that. We are not inside any kind of competition, but yes, would love to become the first mover in the market. If not, if you have the competition, try to put them in a tabular format, in a table structure, rather than giving a lot of text. We don't need a lot of text. Just put your advantage with respect to your customers. It can be a green tick, like we do this. My competitors don't do that, so maybe a cross. That gives a flexibility to understand where you stand at the moment. Eighth point, which is like around 40% to 35%, where people are interested, talk about your team. And for God's sake, do not put slide deck without name and picture of your teammate. It doesn't make any sense. And try to put any kind of account, maybe a LinkedIn or Facebook account URL, so that people can cross-check these guys, whether they exist or not, and try to maintain a professional bio into your LinkedIn. It helps. Trust me, it helps. In today's world, whatever you are doing in front of the investors, they usually have a tendency to validate you in social media plus in real life, in both the cases. So this is really important to talk about your team. Usually try to make a team consisting of probably various different part in your business. It can be technology, it can be non-technology, admin, maybe someone from marketing department, maybe someone from maybe funding department, maybe he or she understands finance better than anyone else. So try to create those kind of roles and put their picture, name, and a very basic bio, their background, their work procedure into that deck. It works. Do you have a projection? That's the most important point. Here, try to give a normal chart, like I'm doing X amount of business in next 5 years, part by part. Year one, say 2021, I'm going to do a business of $1 million. 2022, I'm going to do it like 1.5. 2023, I'm going to do it for 5 million. 2024, I'm going to increase it like 10 million. And to do that, I need this X amount of money, which is like approximate, say, for an example, $20 million. I'm just giving you ballpark figures. Okay. And now I'm doing this much amount of money's business, and I'm looking for that with this X amount of valuation. And I feel that this is what I can achieve without taking money. And if I get money, this is what I can achieve in a shorter time span. Example, if you can achieve it within 5 years without funding, I can achieve it maybe within 2 years with funding. It interests a lot many investors than you can think of. Last and foremost thing is like your timeline, which I actually talked about. and try to put up a very small link of your Excel sheet, which defines every bit of your financial needs and what you do, what kind of salaries that you're paying, and in future, if you are increasing your team strength, what kind of salaries you are looking at, the current status, the current strength, budget, definite structures, if you're paying rent, rented office, your assets. Try to put almost everything in that particular Excel sheet. If it is not there in your pitch deck, when you're probably pitching in front of the investors live in January, please do carry that. You have a lot of time to create such kind of Excel sheet. If not, we will be more than happy to assist and help with the consultancy service. There is a question about it. Now let's talk about the valuation. It's the easiest way. There is a method, is like pre-money valuation, and you invest some amount, it becomes your post-money valuation. Here we are more talking about the pre-money valuation that you have. So try to talk a little bit about this. If you have a profitable company, we usually go for a steady growth of PE multiple. Okay. If you are a loss-making company, no problem. It doesn't mean that if you are a loss-making, you cannot raise fund. You can raise fund. Then we go for usually the PS multiple, right? And there are various lot of other factors like number of users, number of subscribers. You have a discounted cash flow. There are backup methods. There's a lot more of complicated financial terms. You really don't need to go very deep into this at this stage. At least when you have a soft commitment with the investors, you can definitely go through that. And of course, investor will do that. They will go for a valuation. They will go for a validation of your business, and magic can happen. So I believe that I have almost covered everything. If not, feel free to get back to us. Talk to Bianca, talk to me. We are really open. We can help you guys. Probably if you're not subscribed yet, for the audience, I'll be more than happy to probably ask all of you to go to coinnovateventures.com. There's a specific page for our Dubai meetup. Go to pitch, click on that page. You will see there are very basic kind of information that we are looking for. Kindly put your PDF as an attachment. For God's sake, please don't try to put 30 MB file over there. Our website have got a limitation. We can accept 5 MB size. If your size is much more bigger, there is another field that we have created. You can put a drive link over there. If you mail us, both of us will get that, and definitely we'll get back to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Arjit. Okay, I think we will need more presentations like this. It was really helpful. Okay, so we will put the link on this live as well in the comments. The link to subscribe to Dubai Roundtable if you need it. I will go now to our guest, let's say guest of honor, Leah. Tutto bene?
Tutto bene.
Leah is from Italy and or Switzerland, I don't know, at the border. So I have 3 topics for you. The first thing, the elevator pitch. I will have this game with you now live. I will ask you to introduce yourself in 1 minute. Who are you? What are you doing at the moment? And whatever you want to add.
Well, so we're a startup company in the technical fashion. So we're discovering a futuristic way of how to use textiles from a beneficial point of view, how they work with our bodies, how they on a therapeutical level can help us. So it's a deep study. It's a study since many years. And now we are ready to launch our startup.
Ole, what about you as a professional? What have you been doing in the last years? Tell me about your background, please.
Well, I'm a fashion designer from the beginning. So okay. 22 years in this industry. I've seen the spectrum from design to development to strategy. And now it was time to say, all right, I'll do it on my own. I'll try.
Okay. What's your biggest achievement so far in the fashion industry? I would love to know that.
Well, the biggest achievement is, I would say, because of course it's a build-up, But the biggest achievement is to be at this point now and to dare, to give it everything, to do it on my own.
Okay, great. So we have Leah because she's one of the finalists to go to Dubai, and I will ask her, first of all, what made you apply to Dubai Roundtable?
Well, I was lucky to get to know you, first of all, and doing a startup on a product that I want to make global. This is the hugest opportunity to reach out globally. So yeah, already from the starting phase, yeah, I have the opportunity with networking, with actually being in a country, away from Europe, which is our most immediate area. Yeah, it's the networking, and of course, yeah, I would like also, I would hope that something comes out of it as well.
Okay, for sure. My microphone was on mute. Okay. So how was the process to subscribe at Dubai Roundtable? Was it hard for you to have the business plan in place? Which was the biggest challenges for you to apply to Dubai Roundtable?
No, for us, actually, it was quite immediate because we already have all that documentation. We need it, yeah, as a base for our company. So it was actually very lean and very simple with the business plan, with yeah, an explanation both of the product, of the science that we're working with, and the numeric. It was literally very easy.
And it was easy because you have a team. I know we've been working with your colleagues on the financial side, on the marketing side. So what is my takeaway from your application is the fact that even though you are a startup, and as Arjit said earlier, it's really important to have a team around you and experts on different areas of the business, right?
Absolutely, and I perfectly agree with Arjit that a team is the people that are going to stand by you because of the belief, and not because they have to. So yeah, I have to say I'm very lucky. We are 4 people with very complementary skill sets and assets. So yeah, we have a very solid ground to start to build on.
Yes, and I'm happy to say that I know you applied in a different competition as well, and you are on the finalist list, right?
In Switzerland, yeah,
in
for technological, innovative startups, which
well
is
done.
a very, it's a great validation in this starting phase. Yeah, we're very happy.
So well done. What I want to underline again here is the fact that even though you're a startup, you have to be active. You have to go everywhere for the networking, to validate your idea, to get the feedback from amazing people with expertise. So don't stay there and wait for people to come to you. That's a huge message.
That won't happen. That won't happen. That's why we go all the way to Dubai.
Yeah, and the last question for you, Leah, is you will be in front of 5-6 investors in Dubai, maybe more, I'm not sure, but 6 we have on the list now. Which are your expectations for the pitching, which will take place in Dubai in January? Expectation
is I hope that it will be as clear as possible to be an immediate message we have in front. This is something that we're already working on to perfection for our local competition for startups. So I'm actually quite confident that the material that we're going to present is going to be, as Arjit said, there are certain criteria. We have those. So my expectation is actually to present it in a nice way and that it's an enjoyable time. Oh, that's beautiful. And the final message for people who are watching and they think, why should I apply for private investors? Well, I think in general, now that the world is picking up after a slowdown, I think there are loads of opportunities. If you have something that is a good idea, do it. just do it.
I love that.
There are many things that are changing, many things are evolving, many things are going to take a different shape going forward. Just do it. That's
Amazing.
a very good slogan.
Where people can find you if they want to get in touch with you, the final question.
Me?
Yes.
Well, yeah. So not having the website up and running yet.
Your LinkedIn profile, how
Yeah,
can they
LinkedIn
find you?
for sure. Yes, yes. LinkedIn, absolutely.
Okay, with your name, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Leah.
Thank you.
Arjit, anything you want to add, because we are at the final, let's say, final minutes here, last minutes of live.
Well, frankly speaking, I have learned it in a very smart way. I shouldn't say hard way. Entrepreneurship is not cup of tea of everyone. And I'll be very, very rude with probably the audience. If you feel that this is an easy game to start a venture, I'm sorry, it's not. When you start a business, you are actually taking responsibility of lot many employees. Forget about the team. The team is there.
Yeah.
But when you take responsibility of maybe 2% on earth, that means you are taking responsibility of their family, right? And that responsibility gives you as a superpreneur, as a superhero, right? So I'm sure you all not are superheroes. So don't worry, you will never be superhero if you are a common person. You can probably clap, but if you have that in your brain that you want to become a superhero, you want to make a change, try this path. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be sleepless. Your eyes will be different. It will become red. Your probably hairstyle will become different, just like me. Later on, maybe like Bianca or maybe Liliana. I'm so sorry, Leah. But to be very honest, when you get a little bit of sweetness of success, that moment is unthinkable. And trust me, if you really want to grow, handshaking is the only method. Partnering with someone who can actually grow you in your path is the only way to get the success. There, investors plays a vital role, real vital role. They don't come with only money. They come with their money, their network, their strength, their connections, their well-wish, their expertise. So think of investment in such a way where you are getting probably some person or group of person for free, literally, with money. Come on, where are you going to get this? People are investing money, expertise, connection, everything for your craziness. So please, please kindly try to click on that link, send us your pitch deck, and let's see if we can help each other more.
Great, thank you so much, Arjit. So Dubai Roundtable, January 16 to 18. You can still apply. We will have an interview with you. We can help you with the business plan, whatever you need. We were here for you, Arjit Bhattacharya, Bianca Tudor, Lea Topan. And of course, if you like what you've seen, please just share our video to other entrepreneurs in your list. Maybe they will be really happy to be one of the, let's say, finalists to go to Dubai Roundtable. Only 20 places available for the competition, and we already have a lot of people as finalists. So not that many places available. Thank you so much for joining us, of course.
Thank you.